Welcome once again, everybody. Boyd here with you, and we're here with another update on our 1/350 scale Enterprise CV-6 aircraft carrier build. I don't have a whole lot of progress to show you guys. I've been really busy the last 2 weeks doing our spring cleaning and yard work and all that. We have a brush collection thing that they do here in our town, and you've only got one shot at it, so I had to do a bunch of tree trimming and shrubbery trimming and yard work, and got a massive pile out front that they're going to be coming to pick up. But we got past all that. I was able to do a little bit of work to the ship here, and I'll show you what I've done. I plan on doing a little bit more of a little bit more work over the weekend here in the first part of the week. So probably around Wednesday or so of this next week, I'll have a more in-depth update with some further progress. But I started off doing a little bit more research on the hull color here, based on some comments that came in that I found really helpful. I always listen to the comments that come in on the channel. I may not respond to everybody, but I do read all the comments. And one of the things is that I think we had the color off just a little bit here on the upper part of the hull. You can see the red fouling, anti-fouling color I left the same. But on the upper decks here, according to this book here, also I did a little bit more reading into this. And around May of 1942, which would have been just a couple of weeks before the Battle of Midway, that happened in June of 42, Enterprise was back at harbor, and they repainted her in what they call a Schedule 21, which was the new Navy regulation paint jobs for specification for all the ships that were operating in the Pacific. And what that entails is they have a color called Navy Blue 5N. And so I found some color samples of that, and I matched the color that we have on her now to that, and I think it looks really good. It's basically a dark gray with a little bit more of a bluish tint to it. And I think it does look really good. It's really hard to find any color photos of the Enterprise. There are a couple of actual moving pictures of her at sea, but she's got so much shadowing around her, it's really hard to tell. But this does look really nice. We're also going to be going with the darker, they used sort of a dark blue stain on the deck. So the deck at this time would not have been a wood-looking deck as she was early in her career when she was first launched. So we're going to be replicating that too, and I think it'll look pretty nice. Now the thing that you have to remember here too is that I'm building this model as if everything was fresh and brand new. So the Navy 5N color was notorious for fading, so it wouldn't take very long, a month or two out at sea with all the salt air and the sun and everything, where the paint would actually start to fade. And that's actually why they went away from using it a little bit later in the war, and then they actually went back to it again towards the end of the war. So it's kind of they kind of were constantly adjusting that. But I think we got the look of that right. I had to basically mask everything off and go ahead and paint everything. I've been painting on all the part sprues over here too with the same exact color. The nice thing about this is that the Schedule 21 basically called for everything to be painted the same color. So you can basically paint all these parts and then just have to do a little bit of small detail painting here and there to change things up a little bit. But for the most part, the entire ship was this color. So we'll be moving forward with that now. We're ready to start picking all the parts off the sprues and start adding. I started working on the hangar deck here, talking to a good friend of mine who actually served in the Navy during the 1980s, and the question I had for him is, about the color of the interior of the hangar deck. And from what I can gather, they were painted basically white. The walls were, I imagine some of the accessories, may have been different colors and things like that. The deck would have been painted the same color as the hull. So I'm going with these white inner walls here. And so I'll be painting all the little detail parts that goes onto that white, and maybe a couple little things like the stairwells and things like that we may change colors on, but I think that's going to be the plan. There's not a lot of really good photographs of any kind that I can find of any of the interior of the hangar deck. I found a couple of pictures online of, I think one of the high-ranking admirals paid a visit to the ship, and they had some decorations that were given. They did it down on the hangar deck, and you can see the white walls in the background. But it's really hard to tell what all the other detail looks like. But I'm just going to take my best shot at that. You can see that with these open sort of bay doors here, you're going to be able to see into some parts of it if we decide to leave some of these open. So I'm going to do that, and we'll be able to see our aircraft once we place those down in the hangar deck here. I've also got to kind of figure out how the airplanes down below would be parked. If they're all parked in a perfect like line, you know, going across, or if they had them kind of scattered a little bit. I imagine they would have parked them for the most efficiency, but again, it's hard to find any photographs of how the planes actually look when they're stored below deck. So if anybody has any information about that, I'd be happy if you could drop something in the comments or whatever, kind of help me out there. But yeah, I'll be back a little bit further this week, you guys, and a lot more will be done on this. I apologize for, you know, like I said, this is going to be a really slow build. You've got all this photo etch and all these tiny little parts, and I just want to take my time. And I'm finding that the instructions are a little bit, you know, kind of lacking here and there. Basically, I think they were trying to, you know, convert from Japanese to, you know, English, and some of the stuff is a little bit, you have to pay really close attention on the instructions as far as, you know, the exact detail of the parts and where they go and everything. They're a little bit vague, but you can definitely figure it out. You just got to be really careful, and like I said, take your time. I mentioned too that we're going to be starting another project to go along with this build, because this one's going to take several months. But I've decided what I'm going to be building next, you guys, is right up here. This is the you know, famous Forbidden Planet C-57 space cruiser. Now this is the big kit, you guys. This kit is the first kit that they released long before they came out with the smaller kit that was done maybe a couple of years ago. This thing has like a 3.5-foot diameter saucer on it when you're done. So I've been putting off building this because I didn't have any room, but I've got some new shelving that I put up in my display room now, so I've got a place to put it. And so we're going to start working on this. I've had a plan in place for a long time. The big issue with this kit is that you have the saucer kind of goes together, you know, the rim of the saucer goes together in sort of these pie wedges. And I've seen a lot of these builds out there where they kind of, it's really difficult to get those to look straight because they kind of, you know, don't line up very well. So I think I've got a pretty good plan and a backup plan also that I'll kind of go into when we open up the box here in the next couple videos and show you the beginning of this. But this is going to be a lot of fun. This has a full detailed interior. I plan on doing sort of on the upper dome there, that comes molded in clear. So I plan on doing sort of like a pie wedge paint job on that, where I can turn that dome and have part of it clear and open where you can see the detail. And if you want to look at the ship, you know, basically all painted, you'll be able to spin the dome around and look at it, you know, from the front or whatever, and it'll look like it's all just its, you know, regular setup. So we're going to try that. We're going to put a little bit of lighting on the interior. We're going to try to light up the main engine on the bottom. You get some cool little figures with this. You get the id monster. You get a few little, you know, accessories and stuff with it. I think there's some nice 3D printed stuff out there for some extra detail too, but we'll look into that. So I'm really looking forward to building this one. I hope you guys will be following along. We'll kind of see what, you know, what works out, which plan we're going to use for as far as getting the ring looking really nice on this, but it'll be a really, really cool model when it's finished. So that's coming up pretty soon here, you guys. And more on the Enterprise coming back at you really soon. Sorry again for the little delay here, but life takes over once in a while, you guys. All right, we'll see you in the next video update. And until then, take care and happy modeling, everyone.